warming up. We bout to shift it into gear now. Then kick up, we shedding blood, sweat, and tears now. This a lifestyle, we do this year round.
What's going on, ABFitnessStudio family? It's your boy Ann. Will be coming to you with another vid. I'm joined by Christine, and we are hitting biceps today. We're gonna hop right into the video, starting off for preacher curls. The rep range we did for this exercise varied from 12 to 15, and this was our warm-up, and then we progressively got heavier. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna touch on some of the common errors that I see when I see individuals do the preacher curl. You want to have your armpit on top of the actual padding. I often see people standing up a little bit too high, and they have their elbow on the pad, but their armpits won't be on the pad. You want to try to isolate the biceps as much as possible. And also, if you can do this with a partner, even better, because you'll see towards the end of my set, I start to fail, and if I was by myself, I would have had to put the weight down, but because I actually had a spotter, someone helped me out, I was able to, get one or two more reps out of myself. Even if you don't work out with a spotter, don't be afraid to ask someone that you may know to assist you in the actual pickup, put down, or the actual lift itself. Next, we moved on to drag curls. This is an excellent exercise that isolates the bicep, and it's something that's good that you really don't need a spotter for. And it's a very simple movement, but can be done incorrectly. The biggest thing you want to remember is you want to try not to use too much of your shoulders when doing the lift, and to drag the bar straight up your body and right back down. Our third exercise is a barbell curl, something that everyone here is probably familiar with. We used a normal 45-pound barbell, and we're doing curls. This is an excellent exercise for overall mass building. When it comes to shaping, that's when you're going to want to use things like the preacher curl, the dumbbells, the ropes, the cables, things like that. But when it comes to overall mass, size, and girth, you're going to want to use things like the straight bar, the barbell, and also the curl bar. We did about 4 to 5 sets of each exercise. This, I believe, is our third or fourth exercise, so by this time the biceps are really starting to become inflamed and full of blood, so it was a lot harder than it actually normally is, but you still have to work through it, and that's just what gets you better, and that's just what gets you stronger. Next exercise is a variation of a seated curl, and we're on the Kaiser machine. And what I did is I froze it for a second so you can actually see the positioning that I'm in. You want your elbow a little bit behind your patella or kneecap for this. Try to get as much of an extension as possible before you curl it up. The more you lengthen the muscle, the more you'll be able to curl, the better off the exercise will be for your body. So it's important to remember when doing this particular exercise to get a nice full extension, arm nice and straight, and bring it back in. Now when it comes to things like the preacher curl or the standing curl, things like that, I don't recommend you going a full extension because you do run the risk of hyperextension, and that's taking your arm or whatever joint you're actually lifting with or using, taking it past the anatomical position of 180 degrees. So it can be very dangerous, and it can put you out of commission for a long time. We're starting to wind down. We moved on to hammer curls. We did 2 variations of hammer curl. We did the traditional hammer curl, as you see Christine demonstrating right here. This is an excellent exercise for the brachialis, the brachioradialis, as well as your flexors and extensors in your arms. And what we did was we supersetted this with standing curls like we did earlier, but just with a little bit of a lighter weight. So we pre-fatigued the muscle, and then we expected more out of it. And I'm a big firm believer you really benefit the most out of your body when you put your body in very stressful conditions and you work through it. So that's exactly what we're doing in this particular exercise. We're pre-fatiguing the muscle, and then we're expecting it to do more. The weight we're using would be considered light if we were just to do this on its own, but because we pre-fatigued the muscle, it made it a lot more difficult. Variation of the hammer curl. This is particularly my favorite. This is the one that I mostly do myself when working out by myself, and as you can see, it's a little bit different. And instead of coming straight up in a neutral or hammer grip, coming across the body from my left arm, I'm coming across touching my right pec, and vice versa from the right, I'm touching the left pec, trying to keep the dumbbells as close as I can to my body, as well as trying to keep my shoulders down. I'm trying not to raise them too much like a shrug, so that I really incorporate just pure bicep and this is an excellent exercise that I really feel in my brachialis of the evening. And what we're using is the curl bar that you connect to any pulley system in your gym. And what I did was I connected that to the chain that you use for your weighted dips or weighted pull-ups, and then I put a quarter or a 25-pound plate on the end of it. So she's doing curls. This works a lot of core and it works a lot of your bicep. This particular workout or exercise I happened to just think of one day while looking around the gym. I tend to just look around and look for things to improve on or incorporate into my training sessions, and this is one of them. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. This is your boy Animal B signing out. Peace.